Hello, my name's Barbara Ponczek. I'm the program manager at Northeast NORC of Jewish Federation of Greater Philadelphia. Thank you for volunteering with our new launch of our Phone a Friend program. My staff and I have recorded two types of conversations that you may occur during your matches. And I just want you to look at these examples and see what is corrected, and it will give you a little idea, hopefully, of how to carry on a conversation. I would like to stress a few important points that may come up, and I want to talk about conversations. I want to talk about confidentiality, the forms that are very, very, very important, and setting of limitations and boundaries. Remember, this is a friendly phone call. Your match is looking forward to have someone to speak to and to know somebody is caring and looking out for their well-being. You have already signed a waiver that was produced by Jewish Federation. In this waiver, it talks about confidentiality. Remember, you cannot talk to anybody but the staff involved about the person that you are matched with. Make sure that you do not give them any of your own personal information, such as your social security number, address, phone number, place of work, because that could lead to a lot of problems. So again, remember, your older adult is protected as well as you are from signing the waiver. Our next topic will be conversations. It is your responsibility to really listen to your match and make sure that it's not about you, it's about them, and keep it positive and lighthearted. One of the things I'd like to mention is that as we get older, our hearing diminishes, our arthritis sets in, it becomes more difficult to write. So make sure that you are repeating things several times, especially with phone numbers and information, and have them repeat it back so that you know that they got the information correctly. I don't want you to take any of the nasty or negative comments that may occur from your match, because a lot of these people have been alone for a very long time, have outlived family members, and haven't had anyone to speak to. So they may be venting. Please try to redirect them in the conversation. And if you're unable to, and this continues, you have the right to end the conversation in an appropriate manner. One of the most difficult things to do, again, is talk about limitations and boundaries. Remember, you want to have conversations that are lighthearted and fun. To get a conversation started, you might want to talk about, if you have pets, about the weather outside, any activities or hobbies. And guess what? Your older adult will take it from there. And sometimes you might not be able to interrupt them at all. I want you to avoid open-ended questions like, how are you? Because that is a question that can go on forever, and you may not be able to answer them or give them the appropriate information that they are looking for. You also don't want to ask, what do you need? Again, our resources, as well as the rest of the world's, are limited, and we know what we have available. So you don't want to ask them, because they may say they need a new refrigerator, they need a housekeeper. Through your conversations, they will let you know what they think they need. You want to make the conversation short and sweet, 15 minutes for the beginning until you get to know the person. And then you also, as you go on, you want to limit your conversation to a maximum of 45 minutes. All conversations, this has to do with forms, regardless of the circumstances, need to be recorded immediately, not the next day, not during while you're sleeping, immediately after your phone conversation. All these forms are looked at periodically through the day, and we want to be able to handle any issues as soon as possible. So please, please make sure this is done, and you may want to bookmark this form for easy access. I want to thank you again for volunteering. Have fun. Know that you are doing such a wonderful service for our older adults in the community. I can be reached at 215-320-0351, or you can email me, and I check my emails every 15 minutes at bponczek@jewishphilly.org. Have a great day. Today we have Vanessa Scott and Lauren Spike to demonstrate what might occur during a phone conversation between the volunteer and the member.
Hello?
Hi, this is Lauren calling from Jewish Federation, and I'm part of the Phone a Friend campaign. Is this Vanessa?
Yes, this is Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa. Do you remember when you set up this phone call?
I think so. Maybe a few weeks ago, I talked to a young lady
Yes.
who called and offered to have someone call me.
Yes, well, here I am. So I'm going to start with this conversation. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, sure. I can tell you what I know.
Go ahead.
I'm 85. I've been widowed for about almost 20 years now. My husband, John, he left us. I have 3 children, and I have 2 grandchildren. I live alone. I live in the Northeast area, and I like to do crossword puzzles.
Oh, I love to do crossword puzzles too. Do you do them in the newspaper or do you have a book that you use?
Well, I do have books, but I like to do the ones in the paper as well.
Yeah, they're very challenging. Are you able to finish those? They're very hard.
Sometimes I do. A few of them have been tricky, but I'm usually pretty good.
So besides the crossword puzzles, what other activities do you get yourself involved in to occupy your time?
Well, mostly since I broke my hip a few years ago, I used to go to the senior center, but I don't go there as much anymore. I have a little trouble with my legs sometimes, so I just try to keep myself busy around the house. I just go from one room to the next.
And what are your hobbies that you do around the house? Do you like cooking or reading?
Well, I do cook sometimes. I don't cook a whole lot because there's no one here but me, but I do cook.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
You're asking a lot of questions, and it might seem a little more real if she talks about crossword puzzles or what she does around the house. If you just interject a little bit about you doing some of those things also, because it's one question after another.
Tell me more about your family. You mentioned that you have 2 children. Did they live nearby? Do they live close to you? Do you get to see them often?
Well, I have one daughter who lives not far, and my son, he's in Israel, and I have a daughter who lives over in New Jersey.
Oh, okay. And that's interesting. I have a cousin that lives in New Jersey.
Really? Where at?
In North Jersey.
In North Jersey? Oh, my daughter's closer to Atlantic City.
If she's close to Atlantic City, do you get to go to the beach often when you visit her?
I'm not a really big fan of the beach, but I do enjoy the casino.
Me too. My favorite is blackjack. How about you?
I love the slots, and I win too.
Oh, great. That's amazing. You must be a very lucky lady.
Well, I don't know about lucky, but I do all right for myself.
Now, you don't want your first initial conversation to be too long or too detailed oriented. So at this point, I would try to include your conversation and make your appointment for the next time you would call.
It was really nice to talk with you today. I'm glad that we got to learn a little bit about each other. So would you like to set up a time for us to chat again for our next phone call?
Oh, that would be great, Lauren. I would love to hear from you again.
Do you have time on Thursday, maybe late morning, to set up another phone call?
Sure, I'm here all day.
Okay, so I think in my schedule, about 11 o'clock works for me. Would that work for you as well?
Yes, call anytime, Lauren. You can call me anytime.
So nice to talk to you, Vanessa. I can't wait to talk to you again.
All right, thanks for calling.
Have a nice afternoon.
In this second scenario, Lauren and Vanessa will be having another conversation, but will demonstrate some of the inappropriate things to say to your match. And then I would interrupt and let you know different ways to handle the issues.
Hello?
Hi, this is Lauren calling from Jewish Federation. Is this Vanessa?
Yes, hi, Lauren.
Hi, Vanessa. How are you doing today?
Today has been rough. This morning I woke up and my knee was bothering me. And it seems to be a little swollen this morning. And then not long after, I got a call from my daughter. She was saying that she didn't feel well today. And I can't figure out why, because everyone has been, in staying in for days. So I don't know what's going on with her. And then I couldn't get my toaster oven to work this morning. I wanted to make toast. And I mean, I don't know, Lauren. It's not even noon and my day is already a mess.
One of the questions that Lauren just asked is an open-ended question. How are you? With an open-ended question, it's an answer that will never end. And you're bringing up different situations that the match might speak about that you have no idea what to say, how to respond, or how to answer it. Some other things you might say instead is, what are you up to today? What do you have planned for yourself today? So you want to make it very lighthearted, very positive, and very short.
So, Vanessa, can you tell me, besides that, what else do you have planned for your afternoon?
Well, I don't know if everything goes well in the kitchen. I planned on making dinner. I think that'll be appropriate now, seeing as I only had coffee for breakfast.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad that you're going to be able to keep yourself occupied and have something to do that makes you happy. I know that you love to cook so much, so that should be a good thing for you to do this afternoon, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe it'll give me a little peace of mind. I've been so worried with everything that's going on.
Yeah, I know. So how are you managing throughout this difficult time with the virus and everything and everyone staying inside?
It's been scary, of course. I don't know again what's going on. My daughter isn't feeling well. My grandson has been sick for days. I don't know if I have enough supplies to last me. I do have food for a few days, but my toaster oven already isn't working. So who knows what's going to happen?
Mentioning the coronavirus, maybe Vanessa wasn't even thinking about it at the time, and then now you're opening up a whole new area of worrying her. Again, a negative thought. And remember, we do not know anything about the coronavirus that we can offer factually, and Lauren will show you how to handle the next step.
Well, you know, Vanessa, if you have any questions, there are medical experts. You can call the Philadelphia Corporation for Aging's 24-hour helpline. They are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 1-800-722-7112. Were you able to write that down, Vanessa?
Yes, I think I got it, Lauren.
I would have her repeat it, and Lauren also repeat it. You have to remember the issues that some of the matches might have are hearing problems, arthritis, so they can't write that fast, cognitive problems, so that it might take them a little longer to figure out how to write a number. So I suggest you repeat things and have them repeat the number back to you.
Okay, Vanessa, well, I'm just going to repeat that number back to you one more time just to make sure you have the information correctly so that you can call the number should you feel you need to get more information. Would that be okay?
Okay.
So again, that 24-hour, 7 days a week number is 1-800-722-7112. Would you repeat that back to me?
1-800-722-7112.
That's great, Vanessa.
Lauren, if I can't get in touch with anyone at this number, would it be okay if I gave you a call?
Well, you know, Vanessa, I've signed some paperwork with Jewish Federation for confidentiality purposes that tells me that I'm not supposed to give out any phone numbers, both my number and your number. So again, I say, if you have any questions, you can call the NORC line, which again, if you have a pen, again, I'll tell you, it's 215-320 0351, and you can leave a voicemail on our number and someone will return the call as quickly as possible. Did you get that number?
Yes, I think I have it. 215-320-0351.
Great. And again, you can call that number if you have any questions for us, and we will get back to you as quickly as we can.
Okay, good. I think that sounds good, Lauren.
Okay, great. Well, I look forward to our next scheduled meeting, and I hope that you continue to stay well.
Thank you. You have a good one, Lauren.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.